right, guys. In this video, we will be talking about cryptocurrency. What is cryptocurrencies? How does it work? What makes it what it is? I mean, obviously, there is a huge hype about cryptocurrencies, and people are trying to get in and trying to make some quick money and trying to get rich over it. However, a lot of people are still out there in the dark, not knowing what it is, not understanding it, not wanting to deal with it or trade it. Whereas there are some that go really heavy in it and make real good money or lose even. Either way, maybe it's time, to understand it a little bit on what it is, how it works, before actually going through it. So let us discuss cryptocurrency. All right, so let's see if this puzzle makes any sense. Satoshi Nakamoto. This guy is a mystery. He created cryptography, all right? Launched Bitcoin. Nobody knows who he is, has never met him. He disappeared altogether a few years ago. He has billions of dollars worth of crypto sitting in his wallet that he has not touched. There's a lot of conspiracy theories about who he is, where he's from. When he first created this and he introduced it to the world, it was all online, where he published letters and stuff that explained it, and he claimed to be from Japan, but there's also a lot of conspiracy theory that he could be from UK, because he mentioned a lot of stuff that went on in UK, especially about problems that were at that time at the UK banks, and he totally did not like it. He disagreed with it, and his time zones and everything meshed with the UK instead of Japan. So there's a lot of things that I will probably make a video on the whole thing on him and how this all came about. But basically, with his frustration with the banks and stuff, he wanted to create something that was not controlled. So as we know, as right now, as dollar and euro or pound, whatever it is, it all is centralized through a bank. He wanted to decentralize everything. He wanted to create, which he did, is a peer-to-peer system. Okay, so basically, there's no middleman. You can exchange money with other people for goods and services without having to pay a bank or the government or anybody else. And that is why he created cryptography, which is basically what this whole thing works on. So he wanted to get rid of the banks. He didn't want that. He created a new currency that could be exchanged straight, in between people with a lot less fees than a bank would charge. And he went ahead and did that, launched Bitcoin, and years later, that whole thing, became a huge thing. Now, let's make sense of this, right? I put this together right now to explain, and as we can see, makes no sense. But I will try to explain it the best I can. Now, this idea of cryptocurrencies is not, something too new. If you remember, back in the days when you used to go to the arcade, what did you have to do? You had to give your dollars or whatever currency you're using and exchange it for tokens. And then you used those tokens to play the arcade games, right? So cryptocurrency, in a sense, is the same thing. You're basically taking regular currency, the money, exchanging it for cryptocurrency, which is these tokens, as they call it. They sit in a crypto wallet. It is digital money. It is not real physical money. Even digital money is nothing new. When you purchase something online, you're not giving them a physical dollar or anything. It is all done digitally. And then the whatever product or service that you buy arrives to you, right? So it's the same concept. It's digital, not physical. So online shopping's been around for a while. Exchanging tokens for money and using it for other goods or services has been around for a while. So it's not really something that new. It's just hard to understand how it works. But basically it works just like buying something online or exchanging your money for tokens for, and then using the tokens for something else. And they sit in your wallet, right? So in this wallet, there is keys. The key is a series of numbers, letters, whatever it could be, but it's a long number. That key is your wallet address. That is what you use to buy crypto for, or to send crypto to somebody else, or receive crypto from somebody else. Same thing that you do when you buy something online. You put in your card numbers and all the details that is needed, your name, your address, expiry date of it, and everything. You punch it in, and then the purchase goes through, and then it comes to you. So the same thing with this is just, you have a digital wallet with digital numbers, and here you have numbers also digital that you put into the, into your computer or whatever, or your phone, and you purchase goods. Kind of like the same thing, right? Not too far off. This whole thing, cryptography and everything, it works on something called a blockchain. So let's look at this, right? So say you're betting. You're with a bunch of friends, and there's a football game on, and you're betting money on the game, and you're betting play by play. Like, say, okay, are they gonna get, fourth down in this try, right? Are they gonna get 10 yards? Are they gonna get 20 yards? Are they gonna get a touchdown? And there's, say, 5-6 friends that are betting on this. However, none of them have any money on them, right? You're betting money, but you don't have it on you. So what happens is you take out a pen and paper, you write everyone's name down, you write what the bet was for and the amount. And then as the game goes on, you go ahead and log everything in on who did what, who bet how much, and if they won or they lost. So are they receiving money or they're giving money, right? So you put all that down, but sometimes we won't trust one person to do that. So we have 2 people logging. Maybe everyone has their own pen and paper. They write everything that they're doing and everyone's name and who did what, because nobody really trusts anybody. Somebody could, like, write something higher or lower or whatever, or that they won, they lost. So just to keep things fair, more than one person keeps this ledger, right? And when the game's over, everyone goes over their notes, make sure everything matches, and all the money owed is accounted for. And then you can do a digital transfer, which you're already doing, either using Venmo or Cash App, bank transfer, or it's an IOU. And you pay somebody later when you go to the bank and get some cash. Either way, so that's how this betting thing would work. Now, how does that relate to crypto? It's pretty much the same thing. So somebody decides they want to send money using their key or their debit card number or credit card number or their wallet key, same thing. They want to send it over to another person. and maybe they want to send it to more than one person. So what happens is it goes into the system, and just like this ledger right here where everyone took notes on what, who did what, who won what, who lost what, right? The system, the blockchain system, does the same thing. So if you look at this, so now you have one person taking notes, you have two person taking notes, you have three people taking notes of the same event. So now each one of this paper is a block, and you now have a chain of blocks because there is three of them. Could have been more, but now the ledger becomes the block, and then all of them together is a chain of it. That is what blockchain basically is. Blockchain, in my opinion, is the future. Okay, so this is what the whole blockchain thing is. So just like three people over here were taking notes on what was happening, when you register, when you put it out there that you want to send whatever crypto it is to whoever person, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's millions of people out there that actually put that on record, and then everyone compares notes, and as long as everything is good, that money gets sent over. So these people that do this, now I did mention that cryptocurrency is not centralized, it's decentralized, okay? So there's no one really out there that that is controlling it. So who are these people that are actually doing this work, and why are they doing it? Who are these people keeping track of all these transactions? These are known as the miners. So you've probably heard about Bitcoin miners, Ethereum miners, whatever it is. These are the people that are doing that. And why do they do that? Because they get a cut. So when this key comes in, with it comes a bunch of codes. These codes are telling them what it is that this person wants to do, how much it is he wants to send, and where he wants to send it, right? So they decode it on their computers, which is called mining. And then whoever solves that puzzle first, as long as everything is good and matches, that transaction goes through. That's why when you do send crypto, sometimes it takes a while, because there's a bunch of people around the world working on making it happen. They make it happen. Now, every time that these guys go into the blocks, so the blocks are each ledger, that was created in the chain of them, and then they solve all of these problems to make sure everything is legit and everything is gonna work fine. Every time they do that, new Bitcoin out of thin air is created and awarded to them. So that's how Bitcoin is created. That's how Bitcoin miners make their money. And now this is also an issue for Bitcoin and other cryptos, because with millions of people running their computers, trying to solve all these problems and making this whole network work, is consuming a whole bunch of energy, because the computers are running 24/7, and you need that CPU space and everything else, and it just it's just taking a lot of energy, which is one of the issues. However, that's something we can discuss in another video, but that's how basically it works. So real money would go through a bank, and the bank would do all that, right? So in this case, cryptocurrency is not going through a bank. It goes from your wallet to these miners who solve these problems, and then it goes into whoever's account it is that it was sent to. So that's kind of, in a nutshell, how these things work. They work over a blockchain technology. Blockchain works in this, as I explained. Again, nothing new. Exchanging money for tokens, using tokens for something else has been around. We take real dollars, change it into whatever crypto. We can pay people with crypto and this and that. You know, digital currency, buying things online, same thing. It's a digital currency, sits in a digital wallet. Now we have digital wallets for our debit cards as well. You just go over to pay something, and you just you use the app on the phone, or you tap your card, whatever it is. You don't even have to insert your card anymore. Everything is happening digitally. So dollars moving in that direction. However, it's centralized, whereas crypto now is doing that. Not centralized, not run by government or any particular group or anything like that, or a bank. So it's just another form of payment system that is I believe we're basically at the foundation of this thing. So when Bitcoin was created, in my opinion, Bitcoin is not the main thing. It's one thing, but it's not the main thing. Just like when internet started and there was Netscape or AOL, they launched the internet, and from that other things were built upon that, and they were made better. Bitcoin is the same thing. It's the start of something big, and that something big would come in the near future as they built upon this and this blockchain technology. Blockchain definitely is the future. So basically, it's the internet of crypto. So when the internet started, then off of the internet, everything else is there, right? So blockchain basically is the internet of crypto, and off of this, everything else comes. In the videos after, I will explain each crypto that I am personally looking at, and and I'm into, and why, and what they're good for, and I'll give you a little better understanding of how cryptos work and what their future is, if anything. This here is La Piña, a pineapple. Make sense? I don't know. Anyway, that's basically in a nutshell what cryptocurrency is. Try to make it as less complicated as possible. Look out for new videos that are going to follow up with this on other cryptocurrencies. And see you guys in the next video.